Hello and welcome back. Today we will be working with Selenium Grid. This is the part 2 of the video. Remember, if you missed one of the automation test videos, you can go to the automation playlist and watch it. Well, today we will be working with the test script we created on the last videos, so let's open that Selenium test script. As commented before, Selenium Grid is the way we will be launching the test scripts to remote computers or cloud. So, as we have been working with a section for selecting the browser, in WebDriver, we will comment that section, and start adding a new one for Selenium Grid instructions. I will start adding the instructions for a Chrome browser using Selenium Grid. For each browser we need to set capabilities. The capabilities will be used to define the kind of browser we want, and different options can be added for allowing to establish and open the connection to the browser, and start doing the test execution. Normally, we have to use the capabilities for selecting the web browser, as Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer among others. The version of the browser, the platform, as Windows, Mac, Linux among others. But sometimes there are security issues, set by the owners of the websites in order to avoid automation testing. So we use options for allowing to do it. In this case we will use once for Chrome, while using capabilities. The issues could be presented. It will depend on the version of the Selenium server standalone jar. It is due, new fixes for this kind of issues are added into the jar. Sometimes the newest jars do not work properly, so you have to look for the one which works for the test. Here we will set the version of the Chrome browser we want for the test execution. Remember that all the capabilities we set here need to match with the capabilities set in the node. That is how we connect the script with the node, through the capabilities. And we can launch the test where the capabilities matches. As we can see, we launched a Chrome with version 38, platform Windows 7, so that is exactly what we need to set in our test script if we want to execute the test in that browser. As we can see, we can launch to different platforms. The options listed here will depend on the Selenium server standalone version we have set in our project. I set Platform Vista, as it is showed in the Selenium Grid console. But we can set Windows if we do not know the version using in our platform. Finally, we need to add the instruction for opening remote websites in other computers. It will contain the capabilities we set and the IP address or remote URL where we want our test executes. What it would be the IP address we would set? It would be the IP address of the remote computer. It could be locally if you want. And for testing purposes, we launch the hub and nodes in the same computer. So, if you open the hub, you will see the IP address set, and is the one we need to point the test. Now we have all set. Remember that for Selenium Grid it is very important to have the hub and nodes up and running, in order that our test script can run. We need to verify those are up and running before each test. When you launch a test, the hub tells the script if it has a node with that capabilities, and if it does run the test. If it does not, it will stop the script. If the test is on execution, it will block the node. Once it is finished, the node is blocked for several minutes. We have to stop it and launch it again. If we do not want to do it manually, there are more instructions to tell the node to launch fast after every test. I have launched the test. As you can see, the test runs, and in the node it is showing a log, and in the website the test is executing. As you can see, the node is not saying that is up and running, it is on hold or blocked due it has executed a test. We have to wait around 5 minutes or close and launch the node again for running another test. In next videos we will see how to set up nodes for fast executions. Now let's set the Selenium Grid for Firefox and Internet Explorer browsers. As commented at the beginning, Gecko is new driver that will help to execute tests on Firefox. We have to set a version of Selenium server standalone which supports it, and we have to set it in our project and in the node. Intentionally I set 2.46.0 in order you can see where you need to change it. We have set a latest, so it is an example. We need to launch the newest version of standalone. It supports Gecko using capabilities. I will change the node also, as we did with the hub. Different versions on hub and nodes will not work properly. Oh, sorry, I was launching Chrome. Let me go to Firefox. As you can see in the newest version of the Selenium server standalone jar, we can set Windows 10. With the last version we used it was not possible. That is a very important to know. According the software in the world is changing, new versions of Selenium are coming with the required changes, so it is important to be updated. I will set Windows for every Windows version and I will launch the test. Now our test is running with Selenium Grid in Firefox. Let's run it on Internet Explorer. Oh, I need to launch the hub. Now I have the Selenium Grid for Internet Explorer. I will run the test. As you can see, it is running too slow. We need to do a research in best practices and see why it is not working. In this case I will use a 32 bits version of IE Explorer, and I will run it again. Remember, if you change the browser driver in the project, you need to change it in the node. Remember an important point. The root set in the paths of the nodes need to exist in the computer where the nodes will be running. As you can see, it worked normally, but it is not doing clicks. I need to look up for the correct Internet Explorer driver that works. So now you know how to launch your test scripts using Selenium Grid. Remember, if something is not allowing you to run the test in the browser, search for best practices on the internet, and see what could be blocking your test. Maybe it is an issue with the browser or the driver version. Thanks for watching. We will be uploading more videos relating to Selenium. Next topic is Cucumber Framework. Thanks.